Feedback and Oker play Reeson and Stewart in World Doubles Action Sunday at 5 on World Championship Tennis on WSNS TV 44 Chicago.
Here's the first pitch of the fourth inning, and it's fouled away upstairs by Willie Horton. Hello again, everyone. I'm Joe McConnell, coming to you from Comiskey Park, where we've endured an hour-and-a-half rain delay. And it's 2-1 in favor of the Mariners here in the top of the fourth inning. Horton, who was the first batter after that 90-minute rain delay, was hit by a pitch facing Trout the first time up. Willie's been in a year-long slump. In fact, they sent him home for a couple of days about 2 weeks ago. Another foul out of play, and it's strike two. Boy, Molinaro's drive to right really got pushed foul by the wind. It would not have been out of here. It hit about a foot shy of the top of the fence, but it was only about 3 feet foul. Started out like it was going to be fair all the way. Strike three, and Horton can't believe it. Pitch caught the inside part of the strike zone about letter high, and he's caught looking. That's the second strikeout for Trout. Bill Stein, who hit a deep drive to right that Harold Baines made a superb catch on back in the second inning, is up now. Straight right down the pipe, 0-1. There's a look at Darrell Johnson, the Mariner manager. They're off to the best start in club history. High fly ball again to right. Stein going the opposite way. Morrison drops the ball. He overran it. And he boots the ball clear into foul territory, and Stein's going all the way to third. He overran the ball, and in his anxiety reaching back to try to make the catch, he swiped at it, and he hit it with his glove and knocked it into foul territory. Let's take another look at that bizarre bounce. It's just a little looper into shallow right field. I thought it was Baines' ball all the way, but Morrison kept coming after it. Now watch him. He overran the ball, and trying to pull it in with both hands, he literally flipped it right over his shoulder off his glove into foul territory. And Stein is all the way around to third on the error by Jimmy Morrison. Boy, there's never a dull moment. Fastball inside to Ted Cox, who bounced to second his first time up. Well, you can't get a tougher play than that, because if he drops the ball, if he just outright drops it, Stein is on second. When he got his glove on it, he gave him another base. Bouncing ball to the pulled up infield, and Morrison gloves it, throws him out, and the runner had the hole. Attaboy, Jimmy. So Ted Cox has bounced out twice to Morrison. And the Sox, with a pulled in infield, got a break when the ball was hit right at Morrison. So Stein had to hang on at third. Now, Tony La Russa quickly out to talk with Steve Trout. I wonder if the young left-hander is ailing here, or whether they're talking something over specifically on how to pitch the next batter, who is switch hitting Rodney Craig, who got a single under Pryor's glove the first time up, and I think that's probably what that was all about. There are two out, Stein on at third. Now Junior Moore is still conversing with Trout. There's a look at Craig, who had 7 hits and 17 at-bats in the last home-and-home series in September against the White Sox a year ago after he was called up from Tacoma. Off-speed curveball low and inside, ball one. Good breaking ball on the outside part of the plate, knee high, 1-1 to count. A breaking ball into the dirt, smothered fortunately by Bruce Kim, preventing the run from scoring. That was the 5th error of the year on Jimmy Morrison. Let's take another look at that breaking ball. Like falling off a table. Thank goodness for the White Sox, Kim got a piece of it and slowed it up. He's done some kind of job behind the plate this year. Now, just as Trout started into his windup, Craig stepped out. A little war of nerves going on here right now. Boy, the Sox have had their problems against this Seattle ball club the last 2 years. High chopper up home plate. Pryor has to wait for it on a high hop. Throws him out. No harm, no foul. No runs, no hits, despite the three-base error on Stein's bloop to right. He's left on at third, and after 3.5 here at Comiskey Park, the Mariners 2, the White Sox 1.
Shine on, Rusty Jones.
Hi, I'm Rusty Jones, the one new car option that appreciates in value. With my gloss treatment, your car will shine on and on. I'll stay with you summer and winter, day and night, not even a coffee break, keeping your car shining on for as long as you own it. So it'll be worth more at trade-in time. Ask for me, Rusty Jones Car Saver System.
Shine on, Rusty Jones, shine on.
There's one moment for every man when he's reaching inside himself for the best he's got, the best there is. He sees the gusto and he goes for it. At Schlitz, we brew a beer for that man. Because the moment he tastes the gusto, he knows there'll never be a better beer than Schlitz. Never. Schlitz. Go for it.
Hey, you having problems sleeping? Well, stay up tonight and watch the Friday night all-night movies right here on TV 44. Tonight you'll see The Blue Gardenia with Ann Baxter and Richard Conte at 1 o'clock. Requiem for a Gunfighter at 2:43 with Rod Cameron. Strangers in the City at 4:28. Paris Express with Claude Rains at 6 a.m. and The Money Jungle at 7:30. And if that doesn't wear you out, nothing will. Here we go to the bottom of the fourth. Lamar Johnson leading it off. Chops it foul down the third base side. Oh, nifty play, Bobby. Bobby Wickles. Wink's a former infielder, can't you tell? Notice how he nonchalanted that ball? Do it every day, son. Just foul this time. 2 strikes on Lamar. Well, the White Sox could move into first place tonight. Mike Norris off to a tremendous start with the Oakland A's. Lost a heartbreaker to a former White Sox pitcher, Jesse Jefferson, and the Toronto Blue Jays tonight. 1-0 in 11. The Texas Rangers have been beaten by the Yankees 6-2, so the White Sox could move back into first place. Outside with a breaking ball. Boy, Petey's been tough. 1-2 the count. Jim Beatty has 4 strikeouts tonight through the first 3 innings. Little swimmer. Nice diving stop by Stein. Shovels to Beatty for the out. Well, Stein almost took that hit away from Claudell Washington. Let's take another look at that. For a third sacker, he's not doing a bad job over at first base tonight. That handcuffed Lamar. He hit that one right off the label. So a 3-1 putout. Here's Harold Baines, who struck out against Petey. Back in the second inning. 14th time Harold has fanned this year. Check swing. A ball low. Two to 1, the Mariners lead it. It out-hit the White Sox 3-2. Bouncing ball. This time it gets by Stein into right field. A base hit for Harold Baines, who has been on a tear the last 2 or 3 ball games. And the hits are even now 3 apiece, and the tying run is aboard. Now here's Jimmy Morrison and a deep fly ball that was hauled in by Rodney Craig, the center fielder, in deep right center. The ball traveled more than 400 feet. This is not an ideal night to play long ball. Although we've had some shots hit here. The air is very heavy. We'll be getting you a final score of that NBA playoff game in Philadelphia as soon as it comes to us. Despite the fact Kareem Abdul-Jabbar was not in the Laker lineup. In fact, he didn't even make the trip. The Lakers were leading by 10 after 3 quarters, and if they win tonight, it's all over in 6. The Lakers win it. What a feat that would be without Kareem in the lineup to win the World Championship. Well, the Twins came from behind to beat the Brewers 4-3 at the Met tonight. Jerry Koosman got the win, and Doug Corbett did save the fourth for Corbett. Brewers had led it 3-0 in the first inning, and that's all they got. Throw gets away from Stein over at first. So the Twins have won, the Rangers have lost, the A's have lost. And the Royals are getting beat royally, 9-0 after 4. California hit them with an 8 spot in the third. So the White Sox could gain ground on practically everyone in their division, save the last two teams, the Angels and the Twins. There's a ball low. Ball 1 to Jimmy Morrison with Baines on at first and 1 out. We're in the bottom of the fourth. Mariners lead by a run. Beatty, a very deliberate worker. A pitch out. Baines is going. Throw. He's out. Boy, it looked like he was in there. They smelled it coming. Let's take another look at that. There was a one-hop throw down there. Let's see where the ball is and where Harold is. Oh, can't tell. Looked to me like he had his left leg jammed on the bag before the ball got there. That's the second White Sox runner to be thrown out. So we have 2 out, nobody on. 2 balls. The count on Jimmy Morrison. Now he steps out of the batter's box. Well, it's funny. I was talking with Tony La Russa before the ball game, and I had seen Beatty pitch before. And I knew that one of his major problems was that time-consuming stretch or his windup. He is very slow to uncoil. And I asked Tony if the Sox are going to be running tonight. Well, they've been running, and they've been gunned down twice. Ball 3 outside. And how often does it happen when a runner is thrown out, the next batter reaches anyway? Gave him the green light, and he fouls it off. Knee-high fastball, 3-1. So now in the bottom of the 8th at Royal Stadium, the Angels lead the Royals 11-1. Well, they pounded lumps on Cleveland the last time out. It appears that the Angels' run-scoring drought is over. What's this, a double pump for the second straight pitch by Beatty? He walked it. Oh, they call a strike on that. It's 3-2. That pitch looked inside and high. So now it's a full count. Red Sox beat Cleveland tonight 2-1. Chuck Rainey won his third. Smashed to left. Foul. By about 3 feet down the left field corner. It sounded like Jimmy got that one well up on the handle. Full count of 3 balls and 2 strikes, and he's checking out the handle right now. Well, that had to sting a little bit. Try to pull a fastball when you hit it about 6 inches off your knuckles. Not much wood to work with there. But he got good leverage on it. He struck him out. Oh, man. Change-up breaking ball down and away. The 5th strikeout of the ball game for Jim Beatty. So the White Sox, in essence, go down in order despite the fact they picked up a hit. Nobody left. After 4 completed at Comiskey Park in Chicago, the Mariners 2, the White Sox 1.
You know how much these things cost?
Well, they're not expensive.
Well, they're not cheap either.
They're free. That's right. Now you can get a Quicksilver Flare pen at McDonald's.
The ink kind of flows onto the paper.
I don't know. They can afford to give them away.
Buy a new chopped beefsteak, Big Mac, Quarter Pounder with or without cheese, or filet of fish sandwich between 4 and 9 p.m., and we'll give you a free Quicksilver Flare pen.
Now, that's what I call a pretty good deal.
That's what McDonald's calls dinner with a flair.
My heart was with Sis, back in England at the christening. So I gave the new mother a ring from the States. Wouldn't have missed it for anything. The godfather was so proud. Auntie Em was in her glory. And through it all, little Charles performing like a trooper. Even the dear vicar was there. We felt so close again. I still feel the glow.
When they're half a world away, follow your heart over there. Call.
Hey, Sox fans. You can purchase tickets for exciting White Sox baseball at the following ticket locations. Downtown at Home and Auto Insurance. South at Thornridge State Bank, the Beverly Bank, Heritage Pullman Bank, and Steel City National Bank. Southwest at Orland State Bank. West at Hinsdale Federal Savings and Loan and at the Bank of Westmont. In Toluca at Citizens National Bank, and in Morris, Illinois at the First National Bank of Morris. It's a whole new ballgame at Comiskey Park.
Home and Auto Insurance invites all you White Sox fans to Autograph Corner this coming Sunday. Autograph Corner is located in the main concourse in left field. It'll be open this Sunday from 12 noon until 12:30. The players participating in this Sunday are Wayne Nordhagen, Rich Dotson, and Harold Baines. Well, we move along to the top of the fifth. Mariners lead by a run. Catcher Larry Cox, who got an infield single when Junior Moore cut right in front of the shortstop Greg Pryor, obstructed his view, and then Pryor rushed his throw. There's a smash into right. He's 2 for 2. Boy, he just jumped on that first pitch and went to the opposite field with it. Just punched it into right. He came in hitting 145 tonight. So that's the 4th hit off Steve Trout. Cox with a leadoff single. The Mariners about hit the White Sox at this point 4-3. Here's little Julio Cruz, who's lined to short and smashed one off Lamar Johnson, who was playing for a bunt the last time up. It ricocheted to Morrison, and Morrison won the foot race to the bag at first. He's going to bunt again and takes a pitch outside a ball. And again, Lamar was about 50 feet away. That's No Teeth Alley. Well, Eric Rasmussen so far is blanking the Cubs through 5. It's 1-0. The Padres leading at San Diego. There's a bunt foul off and back, and the count is even. A ball and a strike down to Cruz. 1-1 the count. Cox with a leadoff single here in the 5th over at first base. Mariners lead by a run. J.R. Richard and Houston got shut out by Dick Ruthven and the Phillies tonight in the Dome, 3-0. There's a bunt off to the first base side, picked up by Trout, flips to Morrison for the 1-4 put-out sacrifice bunt, and Cox moves into scoring position down to second. That'll bring up Jimmy Anderson, who's already driven in both Mariner runs tonight with a little roller over the first base bag. They were pulled way around to the left. Lamar Johnson was a good 25 feet away from the line, and he just squibbed one off the end of his bat. Rolled past the first base bag into shallow right field for a 2-run single, and that's been all scoring so far for Seattle. Pitch is a ball. 1-0. So far, it's been the bottom 2 hitters who've done most of the damage. Chopper off home plate out to short. Pryor charges. And Lamar stretches for the out at first. Cox held on at second. 2 down. There have been several of those ground balls bounced off home plate tonight. There's Pachorik, who struck out and popped up to short in 2 trips. Tommy Pachorik. Check swing. The ball down and in. Ball 1. Bruce Kim asked for the appeal, but Marty Springstead shook his head. No way. The Lakers are going to use a high-low post tonight with Irvin Magic Johnson, their fabulous 6'7" rookie, playing the high post. Breaking ball down and in. Ball 2. Jones was going to play underneath. And through 3 periods, it obviously was working because the Lakers enjoyed a 93-83 lead with 12 minutes to go at the Spectrum. Ball 2, the count. Tom Pachorik. Smash, and it's caught by Trout. Throws to first. The inning is over. Oh, smash. Steve Trout reached up and gloved it almost in self-defense. And the side is retired. No runs runs, 1 hit, 1 left. We've reached the halfway point here. Finally, at Comiskey Park, the Mariners 2, the White Sox 1.
Now, direct from Chevrolet Motor Division, a $500 cash rebate when you buy new Chevy Blazers or full-size 4-wheel drive models of Chevy pickups and chassis cabs from your Chevy dealer. Plus, Chevrolet has made it possible for your Chevy dealer to pass on an additional saving of up to $500 on a limited number of new Blazers. That's savings up to $1,000 on Blazers. Act now, supply is limited. Chevy's got it. Come and get it.
Zenith announces the most amazing video recorder yet. The new Video Director with Speed Search. The special Speed Search picture lets you speed past what you don't want to see and lets you stop right at what you do want to see. The 5-hour Video Director, loaded with features. The most exciting video recorder yet from Zenith.
5 blank video cassette tapes free when you buy a 1980 Zenith video recorder. Save $104.75. See your participating Zenith dealer.
In every man's life, he finds a challenge, and he accepts it with everything he's got. Not to beat it, but just to take it for a ride. At Schlitz, we brew a beer for that man, because one taste of gusto, and he knows there'll never be a better beer. Schlitz, go for it.
Well, with a couple of minutes to go, in that ball game of the Spectrum, we understand the Lakers are hanging on for dear life. They got a 2-point lead over Philadelphia going to the wire in the 6th game. If the Sixers win tonight, then the 7th game will be played Sunday at the Coliseum in Los Angeles. Here we go to the bottom of the 5th. Bruce Kemp leading it off, but he leans away from the pitch inside. Ball 1. Mariners lead it 2-1. White Sox can move into first place in the Western Division with a victory here tonight. The A's have lost, the Rangers have lost. High fly ball into fairly shallow left field. Paciorek runs out from under his cap, and he makes the catch in very shallow left. 1 out. Bruce had struck out his first time up. Now there's Junior Moore, who got the first hit of the ball game, a smash in the hole between short and third his first time up, and came around to score. So far, the only run the White Sox have come up with. Junior now has hit safely in 11 of his last 12 ball games. He also came up with a fielding gem of the night, robbing Leon Roberts of a double down the left field line, and at the same time preventing a third run from scoring for the Mariners. Junior's come up with about 3 fine defensive plays at third. He's been a bit erratic, but he's also come up with some big plays. Ground ball, bounces up and hits the third baseman, and the throw is in time. Boy, Ted Cox played that one right off his, what appeared to be his jaw. He nonchalants it. Let's see where that ground ball hit him. Junior got good wood on it. It hit him in the glove first, jumped up, and apparently hit him right near his neck off the top of the right shoulder. And lucky for the Mariners and Cox, it stayed in front of him. 2 down. Here's Pryor, who struck out his first time up. Big Jim Beattie, 6'6", 210 pounds. Good fastball strike, just above the knees inside corner. He's got good movement on that pitch. That one ran in on Pryor. Outside corner, strike 2. On 2 to Greg, who came up with 5 hits in a 3-game series at Milwaukee. Goes for a bad pitch and fouls it off. That pitch was down almost into the dirt. Still 2 strikes and nothing on Greg Pryor with 2 out, nobody on in the bottom of the 5th for the White Sox, who trail 2-1. Boy, tomorrow we should have some kind of pitcher's duel. Brent Burns, 4-2 for the White Sox against left-hander Rick Honeycutt, who is 6-0 for the Mariners. Game time 7:30. Harry's dugout show 7:15. Jack swinging a breaking ball into the dirt. That was the same type of pitch he chased a moment ago. And we're getting a light drizzle again here at Comiskey Park. This game is 1 out away from being official at this point. It's official now. He struck him out. That is the 6th strikeout for Mr. Beatty tonight. 3 up and 3 down to the White Sox there after the 5th inning. And if the rains come now, it is an official ball game. After 5, the Mariners 2, the White Sox 1.
In a future world gone mad, there will be no law. There will be no justice. The only hope for civilization will be Max of the Main Force Patrol. You don't want to make Max mad. Mad Max, the maximum force of the future. Rated R.
Starts today at theaters and drive-ins throughout Chicagoland.
In True Value Hardware Store's spring and summer catalog, you'll find hundreds of warm weather values. Trim a 16-inch path with this Weed Eater Needy trimmer. Shape up shrubbery with a Black & Decker 16-inch hedge trimmer. Provide even water coverage with a Nelson Dial-A-Range sprinkler. Spray hard-to-reach places with this Hudson stainless steel 2-gallon sprayer. And see the Remington 12-inch electric chainsaw with built-in handguard.
Available in the spring and summer catalog from participating True Value Hardware Stores and home centers.
Good morning, sunshine, you're just in time. Our grill is sizzling hot. There's a golden glow of eggs cooking slow. Sausage and hot cakes really hit the spot. Try an Egg McMuffin and taste the sun. Make your day a special one. No one brings sun to your morning like McDonald's can.
Big Leon Roberts to lead off the 6th for the Mariners. He is bounced to short and lined to Junior Moore. He made a spectacular catch, robbing him of a double. Outside the ball. Well, in the year the American youngsters beat the Russian pros in hockey for the gold medal in the Olympics. Swing and a miss. 1 ball and 1 strike. This is also the year that the Los Angeles Lakers won the NBA title with Kareem Abdul-Jabbar in Los Angeles when the game was played in Philadelphia. Would you believe? 123 for the Lakers, 107 for the Sixers. It's all over. Foul ball sliced off to the right. Irvin Magic Johnson got 42 tonight. Jamal Wilkes got 37. That's 79 between them. And they beat Dr. J in Philly. 4 games to 2, winning the 6th, and turned out to be the final game tonight, 123 to 107 with Abdul-Jabbar in L.A. Foul back, 1 ball and 2 strikes. Boy, that's amazing. Irving had 27 to lead the Sixers. And of course, what even adds to it is the fact that the guy that wins it as the winning coach wasn't even the head coach at the start of the season. Ground ball in the hole. Nifty play by Pryor. Long throw. And it pulls Lamar Johnson off the bag, and Roberts will be given credit for a single. Boy, if Pryor had thrown him out, that would have been a tremendous play. Roberts pulls it into the hole. Pryor gets over there, but by the time he straightened up, he still couldn't get much on the throw, and it came to the first base side of the bag. So an infield hit for Roberts, leading off the 6th. We've had several of those tonight. Here's Willie Horton. He was hit by a pitch and called out on strikes the last time up. That is the 5th Seattle hit. Off Steve Trout. Low ball. Now the White Sox are going to get somebody up and throwing. Scarberry, I believe, yep. Randy Scarberry, who got the save in yesterday's hair-raising 9th inning at Milwaukee. Bouncing ball to short. This should be 2. Morrison he dropped the ball. Well, they call him out. They rule that he dropped the ball, taking it out of the glove. So it'll be a fielder's choice prior to Morrison, and the White Sox got a break in the judgment call there that Morrison had caught the ball, had registered the out, and dropped it while he was trying to take it out of the glove to throw it. It's too bad because Horton moves like a walking safe down the line at first, and had he been able to hang on to the ball, they probably would have completed the double play. You can see he lost it as he took it out of the glove. Fastball strike, knee high. Bill Stein, the batter. He's fly deep to right on a great catch by Baines, and then got on with a 3-base error when Morrison dropped his little dunker into shallow right the last time up. He pulls one sharply down the line. It's knocked down by Junior Moore. Gets up, throws, not in time. Another infield hit. Junior Moore with another great play at third to knock that ball down, and he almost got the batter out at first. Well, you can't say the White Sox infield is not playing a great baseball game tonight. Well, that ball was pulled right down the line, and Moore almost came up with his second sensational play of the night. Now Tony comes trotting out to have a word with Steve Trout. That's the 6th hit off Trout. 2 infield hits in this inning, although both of them are hit fairly hard. There's Scarberry continuing to throw. So now Horton is the front man. He's on at second. Might take a double to get him in. Unless there are 2 outs, of course. Stein on at first. Smash to right. And Baines drops the ball. It goes to the wall. I don't believe it. Horton lumbering in to score, and the runners wind up at second and third. And a bad throw gets away from Kim. Error all the way on Harold Baines. That's his 5th error of the year. And that's a season and a half for most outfielders right there. Cox hit what looked like a routine fly ball. And Harold just nonchalanted it. That's the second one that's hit his glove when he's apparently closed his glove too quickly. And both times it's cost the White Sox runs. No RBI. And now the Sox are in a real jam. The runner's on at second and third. Only 1 out. A run is in. And they're going to give Rodney Craig an intentional pass here to load him up. Then they'll pull the infield in, hoping for a double play or a force play at the plate. They can't really afford to let any more runs score the way Beatty's been going. That'll be the first walk for Trout, an intentional pass. Craig had singled, scored, and bounced to short. Well, you can have all the talent in the world, and if you're not intent out there to what you're doing, you're going to come up with plays exactly like you saw there. It's just got to be a matter of lack of concentration. You can't take this game or any other game when you're playing in the big leagues for granted. Bases loaded, 1 out, a run is in. They've had 2 infield hits, a 2-base error in the outfield, and now an intentional walk, and Trout certainly deserves a better fate. Ground ball to third. Junior Moore coming home. They get the force play. Throw to first. Double play. Now Cox is going to claim that the ball hit his foot. Here comes Darrell Johnson out. That'll be a 5-2-3 double play. Cox didn't claim the ball hit his foot. What was he running half speed down the line for? He's trying to scream foul after the play was over. I wonder if we get another shot of that. Well, I don't know. It was close. Well, why did he run? Well, the White Sox either get a break or they come up with a heads-up play. At any rate, they continue to play and they get an inning ending. Now, wait a minute. The Mariners are still out there. It's going to be a double play, I believe. Now Tony La Russa is coming out, and Cox is still up there with a bat. Apparently they're going to do it all over again, so they're going to call it a foul ball. Well, let's take another look at this. Now that's what they're going to rule as a foul ball. It looks like it may have hit his foot here. Watch carefully his left foot. Now he swings over the top of that curveball. I think it hit his foot. Where was Cox? He'd gotten out of the box late, and then he was running down the line. Now he's going to protest after the play is over, but they allow it. And so the bases are still loaded with one out. And a strike one count on the batter, Larry Cox. Boy, we've had more twists and turns in this ball game than a Grand Prix auto race. And the rain is falling once again here at Comiskey Park. Keep in mind, it is an official game at this point. Now here comes Steve Trout out of the dugout. Strike one is a count to the catcher, Larry Cox, who is 2 for 2. The bases are loaded with one run in and one out here in the top of the 6th. The Mariners leading 3-1. Now time is called. They're going to give Trout a couple of tosses since he had left the field. Well, you could say this is a bizarre game, and you'd be right. But the way the White Sox have been playing and in the games they've been involved in, this is just another ordinary night. All right, here we go. Strike one pitch. Inside and low. Almost hit it. All right. There's Rodney Craig, who was given an intentional pass at first. On second base is Ted Cox, who reached on Baines' error. And over at third is Bill Stein. 1-1 the count to the batter, Larry Cox. Here comes the squeeze, and it's bunted foul. They tried to squeeze Stein in from third. And Cox did the next best thing. If you don't lay one down in fair territory, make sure you foul it off, do something with it. Don't miss it. And it's 1 ball and 2 strikes. That was a suicide squeeze because Stein started in with a pinch. So now the count is 1 ball and 2 strikes. Bases loaded, 1 out, and now Cox is going back to get another bat. The rain continues to fall, but it's not falling hard enough to stop the game. It's just a steady, light rain. Well, you might know, it's the middle 3 innings. When I get on the tube, everything out. Foul back. I've had both fights. Now it's coming down harder. Could be a long night, folks. It already is. 10:44 here in Chicago. And we're in the top of the 6th. Here's the 1-2 pitch. Struck him out swinging. Big strikeout. And the fans are really giving it to Cox. Looked like Trout came in with a high hard one. Oh, he did. That pitch was up above the letters. Three strikeouts for Steve Trout. And he won't get a bigger one. Here's Julio Cruz. He's lined to short, bounced out, sacrificed. 0 for 2. Fastball high, ball 1. Well, the inning should be over. And they're going to call it again. That's going to be it for a while. They've signaled for the... There's Gene Bossert. Ground crew's going to take out the tarp again. We're going to have our second rain delay with a ball 1 count to Julio Cruz with 2 out and the bases jammed here in the top of the 6th inning, a run in with Seattle leading at 3-1. Here come the boys in the raincoats. Oh yeah, now it's really coming down. I don't know. I was confident all along we were going to get this game resumed. At this point, I'm not all that confident that we're going to get it resumed after this point. We'll just have to wait. They'll wait quite a while because the game now is in jeopardy. It is a complete game right now. If the Rains halt play for the rest of the night right now, it'll go into the books as a 2-1 Seattle victory in 5 innings. Everything that happened in this inning will be washed out because it was not completed. When the home team is leading, it can be a complete game after 4.5 innings as long as the visiting team or the team trailing has 5 turns at bat. That's what constitutes a complete ball game that is rained out at any point past the 5th inning. But we're in the top of the 6th here with a run in, bases loaded, 2 out. Mariners leading at 3-1. Well, tomorrow night, weather permitting, in the second game, and we understand the weather forecast isn't all that great for the weekend either. But we have a great potential out here tomorrow night with 2 of the best young left-handers in the American League. Britt Burns, 4-2 for the White Sox against Rick Honeycutt, who's 6-0 for the Mariners. And then in Sunday afternoon's ball game with the Mariners, Francisco Barrios will make his first appearance of the year here at Comiskey Park. He got his first start the other day at Milwaukee, pitched 3 very fine innings before running out of gas in the 4th, but he'll pitch against Rob Dressler for the Seattle Mariners. And then Monday night, the Twins come to town for night games on Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday. And then, of course, the strike action, if indeed there's going to be a players' strike, and it looks more and more like there's going to be one, then that would take effect at that particular point, and the season would be suspended, bearing the outcome of the labor negotiations between the Players Association and the owners. Well, they've done a quick job in getting the tarp out, and just as they get the tarp out, the rains have really subsided here now. It's still coming down, but it's a light drizzle now. Now that looks terrible, but it doesn't look that bad when you look out on the field. Guys are trying to show me up, huh? Well, there's a look at the Mariner dugout, and being Mariners, they ought to be used to this. We ought to be used to it too, because this is just about all the White Sox have had to play with all year. It's been cold or wet or both. Yet the White Sox have proven themselves to be a good bad weather ball club. There's Gene Bossert on the right. He's the head groundskeeper here, and his son. They've been at it a long time, and they've done an excellent job this year here at Comiskey Park. They rebuilt the outfield. They put more drains in the outfield. Well, the tarp is in place. Well, we're going to return you to the studios now for a short sports feature, and then we'll be checking in with you from time to time to give you the progress here on the weather. Right now, it has stopped raining. So let's take another look at one of Leo DeRocher's sports highlight shows.
Hi, I'm Leo DeRocher. Welcome to Magic Moments in Sports. In 1922, the New York Giants did their spring training in San Antonio, Texas. Well, I'd like to take you back to those early days and give you a look at some of the old Giant greats. Mr. John McGraw, the manager of the Giants for 30 years, one of the roughest, toughest baseball men to ever wear a uniform. And there's Milwaukee Ralph Schinner, and Giant scout Kinsell and his son Bob. Irish Musial boning his bat, and McLaughlin and Stanton, 2 ball players with a combined height of 13 feet. Mr. McGraw liked them big and tough in those days. Here are some of the boys horsing around, and you can bet your bottom dollar that Mr. McGraw wasn't in camp that day. The Fordham Flash, Frankie Frisch, pitcher Waylon Dean. Mr. McGraw converted this fellow, Jack Bentley, from a pitcher into a first baseman. And there's one of the great place hitters of all time, Heine Grove, with his famous bottle bat. He sure could poke singles to every field. Here's Mr. McGraw hitting to the infielders. You either caught the ball or the next train. And here's a shot of the great Rogers Hornsby. A few years later, he was a superstar. If you look closely at these pitchers working out, you can see Freddie Fitzsimmons. He's the second one from the right. This was catcher Shanty Hope. There's lefty Bill Walker. And here's an early picture of a pitcher who later became known as the Old Master, Carl Hubble, who'd won 253 games for the Polo Grounders. And last but not least, the brilliant Giant first baseman, Bill Terry, who later became a great Giant manager. That was quite a group that Mr. McGraw had in spring training in 1922. Hornsby, Fitzsimmons, Hubble, Terry. They won the pennant in the World Series that year. No wonder. Brooklyn fans yelled, wait till next year, for a long time. But in the 50s, they finally got a chance to howl. What a collection of ball players they had over at Ebbets Field. Here's the great Jackie Robinson belting one of Allie Reynolds' pitches in the 52 World Series. The brilliant Pee Wee Reese. And what a double play combination this was. Reese and Robinson. Roy Campanella used to hit them into the center field bleachers, even off Robin Roberts. And here's the homer Campy smashed off Vic Raschi to win the third game of the 52 series. And this was the Duke, hitting a Snyder special into Bedford Avenue. Man, could he hit him high and far. When you pulled your infield back, he would do this to you. Duke Snyder was not only a great hitter, but a wizard with the glove. Watch him go back, back, back. Look at that catch. At first base, the Bums had another man who could kill you with the long ball, the great Gil Hodges. And one of the finest outfielders in the game, Carl Furillo. He was with a glove. How about this for robbery? Johnny Mize could have murdered him. This was Carl Erskine. And who can forget old Preacher Rowe? They were a great team in those days. Brooklyn fans have had some great memories to relive, and they deserve it. In the World Series of 1938, Joe McCarthy's Yankees and a fellow named Red Ruffing murdered Gabby Hartnett's Chicago Cubs. And the grand old man of baseball, Commissioner Judge Landis, he was right there to see 21-game winner Ruffing pitch and slug the Cubs 4 straight. Can anyone ever forget this fabulous guy? Lou Gehrig. Even though he was in the last years of his career, they took no chance. Here was another ball player it's good to see again. The man who took the Babe's place in the outfield, Twinkle Toe Selkirk. Remember this hustling rookie? That's the flag, Joe Gordon. Hey, and here's Dizzy Dean coming in from the bullpen to relieve in the last game. You didn't see this scene too often. Here's maybe the greatest catcher of all time, Bill Dickey. Wasn't he something? And Frank Rossetti. What a ball club. Dickey, Gehrig, Gordon, Selkirk, Ruffing. And how about this fella? Old reliable Tommy Henry. What he didn't do to the Cubs in '38. This was a very familiar scene in Yankee Stadium for a long time.
Well, hello again, everyone. This is Joe McConnell back at Comiskey Park as we have gone through our second rain delay. That was a quick but rather severe shower, and then just about the time they got the tarp on the field, it began to shut down again. And Randy Scarberry now has come on to pitch for Steve Trout, and he'll inherit a 1-ball count on Julio Cruz with the bases loaded, a run in, and 2 out for the Mariners here in the top of the 6th inning. The current score is 3-1 Seattle. Scarberry, the last time he came into a ball game, faced a bases loaded situation with 2 out in an inning, and that was yesterday afternoon in the 9th when he retired Sixto Loscano on a line drive to Thad Bosley and left to end the ball game and preserve a 6-4 win for the White Sox and Rich Dotson. Scarberry earned his 2nd save. He's 1-1 on the year with a 4.59 earned run average. For Randy, this is his 11th appearance of the year. He's pitched 20 innings, allowed 19 hits, 11 runs all earned. He has struck out 12 and walked 6. So Trout goes 5 2/3 innings. He's given up 3 runs, 2 of them earned. The run is unearned on the 2-base error assessed right fielder Harold Baines, who dropped the fly ball in this inning. Of the 6 hits, none were for extra bases. 6 singles, and 3 of them, including both hits in this 6th inning, were infield hits. There's Trout. He struck out 3, walked 1, and hit a batter. Now, Tony La Russa is talking with catcher Bruce Kemp as Scarberry continues to heat up. Steve is going to hang around to see the outcome of this inning before he goes down and gets some ice on that pitching arm. And Shane Raleigh now is loosening up in the Mariner bullpen. Little left-handed reliever. He's considered to be the ace of their relief corps, and he'll probably come on to pitch the bottom of the 6th inning against the White Sox. Jim Beattie has given up just 1 run on 3 hits, struck out 5 and walked 2 in the 5 innings that he has pitched. So it's been an on again, off again, on again, off again, now on again ball game tonight due to the weather. Quick check of the scoreboard. The Red Sox beat Cleveland at Cleveland tonight 2-1. Chuck Rainey the winner, Denny the loser. 2-1 Baltimore over Detroit. Flanagan won his 4th of the year. Petrie lost his 1st after 2 victories. The Yankees beat the Texas Rangers 6-2. Tommy John now 7-0. Doc Medich lost for the first time in 4 decisions. Rupert Jones hit 2 out tonight for the Yankees, and Reggie Jackson hit number 8. Toronto beat Oakland in 11 innings, 1-0. A double 4-hitter. Jesse Jefferson, 1-1 going in tonight, won his 2nd game of the year. And Mike Norris, who's been sensational this year for Oakland, lost for the first time in 6 decisions. He already had the lowest ERA in the league and was tops in strikeouts, and he went 11 innings tonight, gave up 1 run and lost it. There's Darrell Johnson, the Seattle manager. California clobbered Kansas City 11-1, pounding out 16 hits. Keeson got the win. Gale now 0-5, the loser for the Royals. And the Twins got a run in the 7th, scored 2 in the 8th, and came from behind to beat the Milwaukee Brewers at the Met tonight 4-3. Jerry Koosman got the victory. He came on in the 8th inning. And then Doug Corbett came on to pitch the 9th to gain his 4th save. McClure lost it for the Brewers. Over in the National League this afternoon, Seaver had a no-hitter going into the 7th inning, and with 2 out, Ellis Valentine beat out an infield hit. And in the next inning, the bottom of the 8th, Montreal got 2 runs and beat Seaver and the Cincinnati Reds 2-1, despite the fact Seaver pitched to 3 hitters. Steve Rogers got the win. The Mets beat Atlanta in Atlanta tonight 5-3. The Phillies shut out the Houston Astros in Houston, beating J.R. Richard 3-0 on a 5-hitter by Ruthven. The Cubs trail the San Diego Padres 3-0 after 7 in San Diego. Krukow against Rasmussen. The Pirates lead the Dodgers 4-2. L.A. batting in the bottom of the 5th on the West Coast. Robinson and Russell have homered in that ball game, and there's no score after 3 in San Francisco with the Cardinals and the Giants. Forsch, that's Bob Forsch against Ed Halicki of the Giants. Scarberry continues to throw, and we're just about ready to resume this one once again. Julio Cruz has a 1-0 count. The bases are loaded. Stein on at 3rd. Ted Cox on at 2nd. Rodney Craig at 1st. 2 out, a run in. And the Mariners leading 3-1 in the top of the 6th. The Yankees with a win tonight are now 18-12. Toronto with a victory, 17-12. The Jays remain right on the Bombers' heels. Just a half game out. There's the pitch now. Strike, a slider on the outside corner. Cruz, a switch hitter, now moves around. An 18-minute delay. So we've had a total of 1 hour and 48 minutes rain delay here tonight. Swing and a miss, strike 2. So Scarberry's come in here and fired 2 strikes, and now he has Julio Cruz in a hole. 1-2 the count. Bouncing ball to Morrison. He'll have to go to first. And Lamar tags it. He could have touched the bag just as well. A 4-3 putout, an unearned run. But they come up with 1 run on 2 infield hits. There was an error, a big one by Harold Baines. And an intentional walk, 3 men left on, and we've completed 5.5 with the Mariners leading 3-1.
What does $1 billion look like? Most of all, it looks like Interlake. Now $1 billion in sales and growing. Interlake, a Chicago-based leader in metals and material handling.
You know, cars aren't the only things people get spotlessly clean at National Pride Car Wash. There's buggies, bikes, blinds and boats, campers, trucks, and dirty coats. Mowers, cycles, vinyl screens, filters, rugs, most anything. Yes, you can clean most anything at National Pride.
National Pride Car Wash, 13 Chicagoland locations, including our newest at Clark, Ridge, and Peterson.
The best in sports, the most in sports. WSNS TV 44, Chicago.
Well, maybe the second rain will turn out to be a rain of providence for the White Sox, because Beatty is done. He pitched 5 innings, gave up 1 run on 3 hits, struck out 5 and walked 2, and he seemed to be almost overpowering at times. And Shane Raleigh, the little left-hander, comes in now. There's a look at Raleigh. He's 1-1 on the year. This is his 11th appearance. He's picked up 1 save with an earned run average of 4.91. In 10 appearances, he's pitched 18 in the 3rd innings, given up 19 hits, 10 runs all earned. He has been wild this year. He struck out 6 and walked 14. So Raleigh is in now to try to protect the 2-run lead for the starter, Jim Beatty. Last year, Raleigh was the ace of the bullpen and had a great year going when he got involved in a fracas after a ball game up in Milwaukee when he had picked up a victory or a save that night. He's from the Racine area, and some fans, some youngsters, picked a fight with a couple members of his family, and he got involved in the fracas and cracked a knuckle in his pitching hand and missed about 2 months of the season. Here's Molinaro leading it off for the Sox in the 6th, and he takes a slider outside for a ball. Raleigh was 5-9 with 11 saves and 48 appearances last year in Seattle. Foul ball, out of play. 1 ball and 1 strike. Well, it continues to rain. 1 ball and 1 strike to Molinaro. The top of the order. Ground ball of Squibber right off the end of the bat. And Cox throws him out. So Molly with a walk is now 0 for 2. He fly to left and bounced out to third. Here's Claudell Washington, who's hit off Stein's glove at first, drove in the only run so far tonight for the White Sox. 12,669 to paid here tonight. 12,669 on team night, Fantasy Island night. Well, if we'd had a decent night weather-wise, we should have gone well over 20. Foul out of play on the third base side. Strike 1. The Sox now this year have drawn 270,000 plus. Fouled again. He hit it right off his fist. Weakly over to the third base side. 2 strikes and no balls to Claudell Washington. To the count. Low and away with a breaking ball. 1-2 the count. Rawley now makes his home in Bellevue, but he was born and raised, and his family still lives in Racine. Foul. Still 1-2. He'll be 25 years of age on the 27th of August. And it's raining harder. They'd have a tough time rescheduling this game because they'd like to reschedule it in September. And the Mariners come in for Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday night. Check swing of all, 2-2. The Mariners do have an off date on that Thursday, but it's the only off date they have in the entire month. If they were to fill that, they would play something like 33 consecutive days, and the Players Association's a 19-day limit. Struck him out swinging, 2 down. Claudell was fanned twice tonight. Number 1 for the little left-hander. And that is 7 for the ball game. Beatty had 6. I think I said he had 5. 2 down. Here's Chet Lemon. He's flying to left and bounced to short in 2 trips. Bluffs a bunt, takes a strike. 0-1. On again, off again rain. It's subsiding a little bit. High fastball, 1-1. I think the only way we're going to get this turkey in is just to play it. Chet trying to bunt his way aboard. He had dumped that one about halfway down the third base line. There wouldn't have even been a play at first. Good article in the Tribune today, their sports weekend section on Chet Lemon. Personal look at him. Very articulate young man, a very serious young man. Here's the 1-2 pitch. Roller to second baseman Cruz, and the Sox go down in order in the 6th. So Shane Riley is a 1-2-3 inning. Well, Harry will be back to take you the rest of the way here on TV 44 after 6 complete in the rain here at Comiskey Park. The Mariners 3, the White Sox 1.
Know what I just got? A 1980 Chevrolet Caprice Classic. Beautiful. It's roomy, comfortable, downright elegant. Lots of new technology, too, which is why no car this roomy beats Caprice's mileage estimates with its standard engine. Sure, it could have spent more, but why? This Caprice Classic's got it. Now I've got it.
This Chevy's got it. Just come and get it. Get a brand new Chevrolet.
Teamwork. For over 200 years, the Marines have met challenges, walked proud, and always as a team. That's why in a world full of uniforms, only one says United States Marine. Maybe you can be one of us. The few,
the proud, the Marines.
Harry Carey back in the ballpark. It's raining again. But I think they may just go on through and finish it. It's not going to get any better. White Sox trailing. White Sox tonight have been as bad as the weather. Steve Trout deserved a much better fate. He shouldn't have even, really shouldn't have been scored on. Here's Jim Anderson, who drove in 2 runs on a ground single to right.
How can the pitcher be ready, not the hitter?
To lead it off. A wet, cold night in Chicago. Anderson hitting .278. Scarberry's pitch is in there, beauty. A strike call. Bouncing ball, pass Moore, in the left field a hit. Anderson grounds a single to left. Seattle, who's always given the White Sox trouble, is a team that's only 3 years old. They've won 21, lost 22 during those 3 years. Tex Wortham starting to warm up in the bullpen again. A wet, cold night. There's the ball bunted beautifully. Junior Moore's only play. First base. A sacrifice. Paciorek. Play goes from Moore to Morrison. Here's Leon Roberts now. Wortham down in the bullpen. Looking ahead to the bottom of the 7th inning. Lamar Johnson will be leading it off. Johnson, Baines, Morrison. We can hold him here. Maybe we can get something going. 1 man out. The pitch to Roberts is in there. A beauty. Strike call. Cubs batting in the 9th inning. Randy Jones and San Diego have them shut out 3-0. The pitch, a little bit low and inside. Randy Scarberry, who picked up the save at Milwaukee yesterday afternoon. Here's the pitch. Swung and missed. Chased a breaking ball. 2 strikes and a ball. 1 man out, ball game in the 7th. Anderson a lead on second base. Here's the pitch. Breaking ball a bit low. That evens the count at 2-2. What a depressing night. Rainy, cold. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Here's the pitch on the way. Just missed outside, ball 3. Willie Horton on deck. 3 balls, 2 strikes. Jim Anderson takes a lead off second base. Time is called. There's a pitch, ground ball. There's a throw high, safe. Pryor's throw was high, and everybody is safe. Roberts gets a life. And it's a ground ball right to Pryor. Plenty of time, but look at the throw. Lamar leaps high, tries to make the tag. That's the kind of night it's been. That's a 3rd error charge, and there are at least 3 other plays could have been called error. And now here's Willie Horton with runners at 1st and 3rd. The infield playing back. Swung and a miss. Had a good cut at a low breaking ball. The outfield plays deep. Randy Scarberry trying to get out of trouble. Trouble he really doesn't deserve to be in. Throw over to first, runner back. Bill Stein on deck. 1 strike to nothing. High pop foul. Lamar Johnson under the ball. The wind carrying it. He drops it. The weather conditions are terrible, but of course they're just as fair for one team as the other. They haven't made an error. We've made 4. That gives Willie Horton another chance. 2 strikes and nothing. The mist. The steady mist continues to come down. Willie Horton, with runners at first and third, has just been given a new life. Now Scarberry is ready. Look where Horton stands, right on top of the plate. He struck him out. Scarberry strikes him out. Here now is Bill Stein. He's 1 out of 3 tonight. Cubs are batting in the 9th. San Diego leading 3-0. Infield back. 2 gone. We're in the top of the 7th. Wild pitch and the run score. There's a runner trying for third. A wild pitch enables a run to score. Roberts goes all the way around to third. And it's a 4-1 ball game. Watch the replay. Kim didn't move. He didn't move his feet at all. Tony La Russa out there talking to the umpire. Joe Brinkman. What an exasperating night. First of all, you're coming home after playing fine ball. Coming home for a weekend series, you expect to see a big crowd. Have a great promotion going with Tattoo. And you have a miserable day. And then you take the field and play a miserable game. Swung and he missed. A ball and a strike. High pop foul out of play. You know, Seattle's an expansion club. We're only 3 years old. They made a total of 26 errors this season. The White Sox already have made 34. Two strikes and a ball. Fly ball center field. Lemon on the run is there. So 1 run, 1 hit, 2 errors, 2 left. We go down to the bottom of the 7th to score. Seattle 4, White Sox 1. All right. Let's sing. All right, Nancy. Everybody. Take me out to the ball game. Take me out to the play. Buy me some peanuts and Cracker Jack. I don't care if if I ever get back, oh, it's root for the White Sox. If they don't win, it's a shame. For it's 1, 2, 3 strikes, you're out at the old ball game. Hey!
Feedback and Oker play Reason and Stewart in World Doubles Action Sunday at 5 on World Championship Tennis on WSNS TV 44 Chicago.
Big lawn and garden chores can seem smaller with help from True Value hardware stores. Handle big trimming jobs easily with True Temper head shears and grass shears. Protect plants from disease and insects with Ortho vegetable dust and rose dust. And protect tomato plants from damage with Gilbert and Bennett tomato guard fencing. Then to provide the water your lawn and garden need, get a True Value vinyl hose and a True Test adjustable oscillating sprinkler from participating True Value hardware stores and home centers.
We have Joe Simpson going into left field now for Seattle, who's leading 4-1. Simpson in left field. And Mario Mendoza is playing shortstop. Mendoza at short. Here's Lamar Johnson to lead it off. White Sox trail 4-1. High fly ball, easy out right field. Roberts is there waiting for it. Makes the catch. And here's Harold Baines. He's 1 out of 2. He singled in the 4th, was out trying to steal. Final score, San Diego shut out the Cubs 3-0. That's the second time in a row that Randy Jones has shut the Cubs out, and it's his 3rd straight shutout. 1 out, nobody on. Pitch to Baines. He bunts in the air. Cox dives for it in foul territory. Can't reach it. Made a good try. 1 strike and nothing. Ball game in the 7th. White Sox have made only 3 hits. Shane Raleigh from Racine, Wisconsin. Good fastball right in there. Swung, and he missed. The ball gets away from the catcher. Baines is going to reach base. Baines struck out but reached first when Cox could handle the ball. You know something? Cox missed that ball by as wide a margin as Baines did swinging. So it's a strikeout, but he reaches base. And a 3rd strike gets away. Look at little Freddie Brzezowski. No, he foul tipped that ball, so apparently he has to return to the plate. No wonder Cox missed it by so much. A foul tip, he's still alive. Way into left center field ahead. The ball gets away from the left field. There goes Baines to second. So after being called back, and the ruling is a foul tip that he reached first base on, Baines hits the next pitch solidly into left center. Now here's Simpson coming over. They call it a double for Baines, no error. Here's Morrison. The White Sox trailing by 3. We're in the bottom of the 7th. Morrison is nothing out of 2. He had nothing out of 4 yesterday. Morrison's 1 out of his last 12. Here's the pitch. Right in there, a fastball. He's in the hole, strike 2. 2 strikes and nothing. Fastball barely missed outside. Oh, for a base hit here, that would cut it down to 2, and the tying run would be at the plate. 2 strikes and a ball. That evens the count at 2-2. Shane Raleigh was trying to hit that inside corner. Bad ball. It's the second time Morrison has failed tonight. He and Washington have each struck out twice. Raleigh's had 2 strikeouts since he came in. Jim Beattie had 6 over the first 5 innings before he left the game. So Seattle's fanned 8 men already. Here's Bruce Kim. Nothing out of 2, swings and he fouls it off. 4-1.